Hey there. Welcome to yet another episode of John Works Too Much. Now, today we're waiting on cabinets at Mike Norris's house, but I got a phone call and here we are. So we're going to help somebody out. Now, let me show you what's going on. Take a look at the floor. It's underwhelming, right? And then look in here. They started to try to do some work themselves, but they clearly need some help, so we're here to help. So this is, I guess maybe sometimes I don't point out everything. See how this floor is going this way, and then this floor is, I guess it is going the same way, but they're separated. You're not supposed to do that. So we're gonna take all this stuff out, we're gonna start in one place, and we're gonna go through the whole house, and everything's gonna connect, because that's better. So let me just show you what it looks like now. And then we'll make it look pretty. Now, this reminds me of a story of the persistent widow. You familiar with this one, Jimmy?
No.
Okay, so here's what happens. Jesus is telling a story, and he says, there was a judge, and he was not a righteous man. Selfish dude, probably in it for the money, right? Lots of people like that. But this widow kept saying, bring me justice, bring me justice, bring me justice. And eventually, the judge, not because he cared about the widow, but because she just kept bugging him, was like, fine, this lady's gonna wear me out. I'm too selfish, I only care about myself. And so he decided, I'll help you and give you justice. It's within my power to do so. And so Jesus said, if this judge, who is unjust, is willing to do this because of this lady's persistence, and yet she had nothing to gain, or he had nothing to gain except she's finally gonna leave me alone, then imagine how much more God, who is just, if you're persistent with him, with your prayers, will answer your prayers. So hopefully that gives you some hope. And yes, I was persistently pursued this morning. That's why we're here right now. Oh, hey. How embarrassing. I was taking my 4-second union break. Come on. So, can you guys guess how long it's been? I mean, I think we've all been doing this long enough to understand that it's been about
53 seconds.
Close. 28 minutes. So, take a look. We got all that. Look, come over here. We got this whole bedroom, closet, bathroom. Already done. Boom. In less than 28 minutes. Now, what's amazing to me, Jimmy, and you're pretty smart, right?
I'm a fart smeller.
Yeah, what's amazing to me is the fact that if you say the sentence, everything you hear on the internet is true, it's the same forward and backwards. Just do it. Send me videos. Oh, hey there. So it's been about, I don't know, less than 28 minutes. First of all, I don't know if the people that were working here before me were professional clowns, but their work leads me to believe that they were. And so I can only assume that when they were installing this floor, they had clown noses and face paint and like a big fuzzy hat or wig that had different colors in it, and maybe like a huge shoes. You got some big shoes to fill if you want to be a clown.
That's for sure.
Yeah, and I don't know how they walk. It feels like you have to train yourself to do that. Nevertheless, we have righted their wrongs. Now, I want to show you. So when you lay a laminate floor, you want the whole house to be going in one direction. Now, let me show you what I mean by that. So this has a groove, and this has a tongue. And the tongue, give me a second, fits into this groove, okay? So you can see real close, this goes in here at a 45, and then it locks in place, okay? Yep. And that's how it works. So you want everything, in this case, the groove is facing the back of the house. And so all from there, all the way to the front of the house and everywhere else is gonna be like that. But here comes a problem. When you're going this way, no problem. You keep going into that room, no problem. But when I have to come through here, then what I have to do is go clean across and then work my way backwards and fill this in, which I already did because I worked too fast. But yeah, so you come clean across and then stagger up your starters and then come back over and do your finishers, and then that's how that works. So now you guys know that laminate is not rocket surgery.
Nope.
No, it's definitely not rocket surgery. Jimmy, you got anything on your heart? Just literally any topic.
Any topic. Mm-hmm. Kindness.
Kindness is a gift that we give to ourselves when we give it to other people. I think that it's so important to be kind.
It is.
No, it really is. And, the Bible says that they will know you're Christians by your judginess. No, I'm sorry. They will know you're Christians by your doctrine. No, that's
hypocrisy.
Not hypocrisy. No, it's something else.
Works?
No, they'll know you're Christians by...
Oh, your
the habits
car.
that you don't have or that
Oh.
you do have. No.
No. I thought it was because you drive a...
They'll know
Miata.
you're Christians by your love. Now, I think that this gets overlooked far too much. I think we're constantly worried about, like, I wonder what somebody will think if somebody is smoking, or if somebody is, I don't know, has some bad habit, or maybe they're the kind of person you don't want to associate with because you don't want people to think that you're one of those people.
They got the long hair.
I don't know what you're
Stinky old hippie.
But what really matters is, if you want to be known as a Christian, you need to love people. And loving people often means being kind to people.
Oh,
it does. It means that when you have the opportunity that you go and you be kind to somebody, you love them, and you show them in a real practical life way, hey, I love you. I love you enough to sacrifice some of my time or some of my money, or to listen to you, or to be kind and to be loving, because there is nothing more important than that. In fact, in 1 Corinthians, everybody quotes this where it says, love is patient, love is kind, on and on and on. Right? But what they don't quote is that it says, if I can speak in the tongues of men and the tongue of angels, and I know all mysteries. In other words, like, I know spiritual stuff and earthly stuff. If I understand all of this stuff and I have not love, I am nothing. I am like a clanging gong or a crashing cymbal, right? That's all I am, is somebody making a noise, somebody loud and almost irritating if I don't have love. And so love and kindness is so very important that you have it. And even if other people don't show it to you, show the initiative.
That's right.
Love them anyway. Like, love people in spite of the way that they treat you, because that says a lot more about how you are than it does about how they are. And here's what will happen. Love is contagious because it's stronger than hate, right? And pretty soon, not at first. At first, they're gonna be like, I hate your guts, I think you're gonna fall. But if you give it enough time, you'll look around and you go, wow, you know what? My world is a better place because I've shown love and I've set an example, and I've been stronger than the current that was pushing me in one direction. And because of that, the people around me are like, I like that too. I want to be like that guy.
That's right.
I want to love people. I want to be nice. I want to come up and hug somebody when I see them. I want to encourage them. I want to help them. I want to see that they're having a problem and be like, man, how can I pray for you? How can I help you? How can I lift you up? Because that's the world we want to live in.
That's right.
If you want that, then you got to be that. Let me get back to work. Oh, hey there. So I needed to start by saying, dust settles. I don't. Just kidding, I totally settled all that. So check out what we did. Keep in mind, we didn't start till after lunch because, whatever. But we did get all this floor laid, we got the toilet in, and it's important that it flushes. We got all this floor in, closet. That bedroom done, that closet done.
Very nice, very
This
nice.
hallway, half the living room. Got this in here started, so that tomorrow we can finish it.
Nice.
Let's go that way. And then we did most of the foyer. So tomorrow we're gonna have, I don't know, whatever, a half a day or whatever in the world. It costs a lot to forgive somebody, but it costs a lot more to not forgive them. Think about that. All right, we're gonna go home. Bye. Oh, hi there. So it's been about 28 minutes, and let me show you what we did. Come on, Alan. I don't know if you remember yesterday, but it looked less wonderful. So now, we got floor. Let's look in this room. Oh, more floor. Oh, that's beautiful. And then like that. More floor. And then, let's go that way. That's gonna be amazing for you. Even more floor. To the point where there's more floor, and here's more floor. For a total of
Floor.
all the floors. Now, I want to say a couple things. First of all, if you can afford a gym membership, you can definitely afford deodorant. And yes, that is a PSA, and yes, I'm talking to some of you guys specifically. I can call you out by name, but I'm not going to do that because I'm nice. And this is going to be on the internet, so it'll last forever. Now, what I do want to talk to you about is this. Peter, in the Bible, he had a dream. And in this dream, he dreamt that there was a big tapestry, there's a big cloth that was pulled up at the corners, and inside there's all kind of unclean animals. Now, we don't understand unclean animals, but Jews did. So they eat things that are kosher, and they don't eat things that are not kosher. Okay, I think you guys probably know some of these things. And so he was like, I don't eat, and then he heard a voice, like God's voice, that said, Peter, rise, kill and eat. So wake up and then kill one of these unclean animals and then eat them. And he's like, not so, Lord, because I've been clean my whole life. I don't want to defile my body, and so on and so forth. And then it happened again and again. And he said, rise, kill and eat. And at that point, somebody came to the person's house that he was staying at, and it was a Gentile. Now, he was a Jew, and so they thought Gentiles are non-Jews. They thought that non-Jews were bad people, okay? And so he was like, I don't want to eat unclean food, animals, and I don't want to hang around unclean people. And what God was saying to him was, I need you to go out and be a light in the darkness. I need you to go out and do amazing things. And if you're just here among the clean people, I didn't come here to save them. I came here to save unclean people. Now, we like to put a lot of rules on people. You need to do this and this and this and this. Don't do this and this and this and this. And really, we need to dumb that way down and go, we need to love God with all our heart, soul, mind, and strength, and we need to love our neighbors ourselves. If we do that, we fulfill the whole law. And maybe we wouldn't worry about everybody's habits so much. That being said, if you got a bad habit, you should probably stop. But anyway, we're done with this job. Moving on to the next one. Love you guys. Oh, hey there. So today we're doing another job because, it's a day that ends in Y. Right now, this is a 24-inch door, but we've got a problem. Come on. So, and then right now we've got this tub, and the problem is that there's somebody that's in a wheelchair in this house, and 24-inch door is not handicap accessible, but a 32-inch door is handicap accessible. And if you turn around right there, you can see that there's another door for this bathroom. So if we've already got that door, then we don't need this door. So we're just going to case this opening, which means we're going to make it wider and just have trim around it without the door stop and without the door. And then we're going to take this thing out, take that tub out, and we're going to put a faucet up here with a shower head, but we're going to have one of those spray nozzle things, and then put a bench right here, and then we'll have a low curb so that they could get a wheelchair in there, and then tile it and be done. So it should be relatively quick. Now, a lot of you guys know that the price of everything is going up and there's hyperinflation, and gas prices are skyrocketing. In fact, yesterday at 2 o'clock I went and it was like, oh, it's $3.99 a gallon. And then at 4 o'clock it was like, oh, it's $4.09 a gallon. I'm like, that was quick. And so I was like, I should stop and get some gas real quick because it's about to go up again. And I don't need to take out a second mortgage on my home just to pay for my gas. So I saw somebody at pump 3 and they put $10 worth of gas in their car, and I was like, where are you going, to pump 4? That's ridiculous. I'm ready to work. Oh, hey there. So we are selling this bathtub, slightly used, but it's half off. Take a look. So, best offer. Now, we went outside for a moment to take some garbage outside, and somebody came up to us with a flyer, and they were so excited and proud of themselves because they have a delivery service for food. It's like Uber Eats, but with a drone. And a lot of people think that's a good idea, and I think that's because they have not seen the Terminator movies. And so, prepare yourself. I guess we're gonna have some people time traveling to try to stop us from doing this, and I don't blame them. I mean, who wants to die like that? Yikes. Fight the machines. Oh, hey there. So it's been about 28 minutes, and as you can see, we took out the door and widened it, and so now we can fit a wheelchair through there, which is important. We've got the tub out. We sold it to somebody for half off, which is great. And then let me just show you what these guys look like back behind us. Come on. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this out. This is what a tub drain looks like behind it, right? So this is overflow, and this is your tub drain itself. Give me a second. Excuse me. It's probably COVID. I just want to say, you can't test positive for COVID or fail a COVID test if you don't take a COVID test. But I always assume it is. Anyway, so this is where your drain is, but then the overflow is like if your tub gets too high, then it just spills right into the same drain. So in case you're wondering, like, what's an overflow for? That's what an overflow is for. But it comes down to this PVC pipe, so we'll cut that off. We're gonna offset it, put a shower drain right here. We're gonna build a low curb because it's handicap accessible, and then pour a pan here. We're gonna raise this up, put a shower head in, and put green rock up, and then trim this thing out. So that should be truly amazing. Ben, do you have anything on your heart?
I don't know, like a bunch of flesh and stuff, ribs.
Ribs, yeah, that makes sense, yeah. Well, I think it's important that people understand that you can't be generous with somebody else's stuff. That's not generosity. That's you're giving away somebody else's stuff. That's not your stuff. It's basically stealing. I'm not talking about the government here. Just kidding.
I wonder where all the slow children are at. They're right there.
Oh, hey there. So it occurred to me that maybe you don't know how to do a Sharpie. So let me show you. Come on in here, Janet. So first, you want to put the new drain piece in, which you can't see yet, but we're going to show you in a second. And then we put the shower pan back up behind here and up over the curb. Now this curb is handicapped, so it's very shallow. But we're going to have it come straight from here down towards the drain, and it'll slope that way. So right now there are 4 bolts sticking up right here. I'm going to show you this magic. Okay, you get a knife. I don't know if you ever used knives before, but I'm sure that martial artists use these all the time in their work. I don't know if that's actually true. There's so many things I don't understand in life. All right, so you cut this out, and then you can see that there's a drain underneath. So what you want to do now is there's bolts sticking up, right? We're going to put this in place like this, and we're going to tighten it up. We'll put some silicone in there, and then this thing threads in, and once that threads in, then it's height adjustable, and we can get it to where we need it to be. So that's how that works. Now, it has occurred to me that they did a survey, and only 27% of Americans have access to cheese. And so I just want to let you know, I give out cheese freely on the internet and in person as much as you want or need. I just hate to see anybody suffering without any cheese. So you're welcome for that. We're going to get back to work now because I have to get done eventually. Oh, hey there. So it's been about 28 minutes, and we got this opening case. Now we haven't caulked it yet, but we can fit a wheelchair through here, and I think that's wonderful. Now, come on in here. We've also got this right at the same level, right? So the curb is the same level as the floor, and that's good, and we'll smooth out the rest in the morning because it's easy to do. We got our faucet in, we got a shower head in, and we're ready to lay some tile tomorrow. So I just want to let you guys know that you can do literally anything that you set your mind to. Literally anything. Well, I mean, not anything, but you can do a lot of, you can do some, maybe don't set your sights too high. I'm just saying, like, you might be disappointed. Don't set yourself up for disappointment. Maybe you ought to just like set your sights real low. I'm kidding. That's not true. What you should do is set your sights really high, and then even if you miss, you'd be like, I'm still better than everybody else. That's like, I aim for the skunk and hit it, and you're like,
Nasty.
You're better than
Jimmy, seriously, watch where you walk. You gotta be careful. The floor is covered in lava.
It
Look,
really is.
look at that. You have to be careful. Oh my goodness, Jimmy.
That was close.
When I was a child, I didn't realize it can be this dangerous.
Hey there. So we were at the store earlier and we dodged lava and we both survived. I did get some burns on my feet, which is not the first time, and I'm pretty embarrassed about that. But Jimmy, thank God, was paying more attention than I was. I'm like, oh, watch out, Jimmy. And he's like, you watch out. He pulled me out of the way and he saved my life. And I'm very grateful. Thank you.
It was a burden of love.
It was. I mean, because I'm the guy that pays him, so he's like, he's got the wallet.
I'm like, don't let him get hurt.
Yeah, don't. He's important. So we laid this tile significantly faster than I thought, and it kind of reminded me of a story, as this stuff often does. And it's the story of the tortoise and the hare. And, the moral of the story is that slow and steady wins the race. And I just think, like, did an actual turtle write that story? The person that wrote that, were they an actual turtle? Because that doesn't make sense, right?
It makes no sense.
You know what wins the race? Fast and Furious. And I can just prove it because they've got, like, I don't know, Fast and Furious 63 coming out pretty soon. They got the franchise with, I don't know, gazillions of dollars, quadrillions, I don't know. They could probably pay the national debt off with just the funds from Fast and Furious. So obviously Fast and Furious wins, Slow and Steady does not win. At the very least, like, Fast and Steady wins the race. There's a lot of other things. Slow and
Somewhat
Steady
quicker.
is like, the only thing that Slow and Steady would beat is Slow and Not Steady. But it's like second to last. I mean, if there's a silver medal for second to last place, Slow and Steady would win that one. So the moral of the story is,
Hurry up.
yeah, Get on it. Get something done. Time's a ticking. Oh, hit it. So, I'm pretty excited because I got so much procrastinating done yesterday. Like, you don't even understand. I was like, you want to do this thing? I'm like, hold on. I'm procrastinating.
Yeah, wait a
And
minute.
everybody looked at me like, you're procrastinating. I'm like, I know, right? And by the end of the day, I was like, I got so much procrastinating done. It was really, really fascinating. Okay, so if you remember, yesterday we had to widen this door jamb, okay? And so that left us a cutout of where it used to be and now where it is, which means, you know, we gotta get this tile out of the way and cut it right, otherwise it's gonna look dumb and we're not monsters. So it occurred to me that probably you don't know how this works, right? First of all, you should wear gloves and safety glasses at all times, which I do, obviously. All right, so tile breaks, but it's tricky because if I start breaking this one up, sometimes this one breaks loose or this one breaks loose or whatever. Now we got some spare tiles, so it's not the end of the world. But I just want to show you the technique, the special tools that you have to do this. And people are always like, is there an easier way? Nope. It just sucks. That's just all there is to it. So once we kind of get that stuff out of the way, then we want to get this grout out of the way too, right? So is there an easier way for this? Not really. It just kind of sucks. So then once we do that, we'll have to get all this thin set mortar off of here. And that should be, then you get a linoleum scraper. Now I know I've showed you guys how to use a bulldog before, a hammer drill. But this is just like one tile, so it's not that big a deal. All right, so that's how we do it, and then we'll just get this all cleaned out. We'll lay some tile in there and fix that, and you'll be like, it should have always have been a door like that. I'm like, I know, right? But yeah, I hope you guys learned something. Jimmy, you got anything on your heart?
Not really.
Not really.
There's always something on there, but it's not always,
Yeah. So
topical.
Drew Gunner has said to me on multiple occasions, John, you don't win friends with salad. But I disagree. I love salad.
I do too.
And we've got some salad waiting for us as soon as I get this done. And so I'm so hungry because I haven't eaten and it feels like moments. Oh, hey there. So it's been moments and we scraped this tile out, but busted it out. So congratulations us. Now, the next thing you want to do is what? I'm gonna give you a guess. Put the new tile in. Right? I know, it's a tough one. Now,
I was going to say that.
I want to use this as this teaching opportunity for guys. Okay, now a lot of times guys are oblivious, and I know because I am one. And I just want to say that to the guys who are afraid to go buy tampons because I don't know why, I just want you to know nobody thinks they're for you. Okay, in the history of all time, not one person has been like, that boy is buying tampons? It must be for his own self.
I ain't got no girlfriend. He's buying tampons, make me think you do.
Yeah, so, maybe get over your squeamishness and just buy the tampons. Not that big of a deal. All right, so here we go. Ready? This is the tough part. Okay, we're almost. Oh, that wasn't so bad. Huh. I feel like maybe I made a mountain out of a molehill. Let's get some of this mess up. I don't know who put that there.
Who did that?
Now, this part gets really difficult. Jimmy, you got anything on your heart while we're doing all this hard work?
Oh, not really. Maybe, I don't know.
Say your sarcastic comment that
No.
disrespects everything about me.
I will never do such a
Jimmy,
thing.
just say it.
Which one?
I don't know. Pick one. Whichever one you want.
The air assault?
Sure. Oh, yeah, you can do that, I suppose. I mean, I got no shame. I got no dignity. Just go ahead and ruin what's left of my reputation.
I would never do such a
My
thing.
tattered, sad reputation.
Your poor little pitiful existence.
And then this is gonna really seal the deal when we're gonna get salad. Oh my. Yep.
Salading.
And then tomorrow we just grout that stuff. Amazing. So, yeah, have a great day. Bye. Oh, hey there.
What does your shirt say?
It says, start making stupid people famous. It's gonna be my year, Jimmy. It's gonna be my year. I'm so excited. Look, it's impossible to do a morality check on everybody that you do business with.
Sure.
I know some people are all like, oh, why would you do business with that person? I'm like, I don't know. Because I like them? yeah, but they do this and this and this. I'm like, what do you do? I don't know. So anyway, with that same principle, I think that not everybody can realize how dumb I am. And so with this shirt, I think it's going to be my year. Pretty excited. All right, we're going to leave. Oh, hey there. I mean, I'm used to you guys sneaking up on me, but while I'm in the shower, I feel a little bit embarrassed. So somebody was asking me earlier today, they were like, John, how often do planes usually crash? And I'm like, usually just once. After that, they're kind of worthless. Nevertheless, I'm sorry. Nevertheless, if you remember yesterday, or sorry, day before, we had a Tudgeon here, and it was not great for the situation, but we made the smallest curve we could. We moved the tub drain, we put in a new faucet, we re-green rocked, we got a handicap bar up here, we widened the store, and put in the shower curtain. So I think that's amazing. Now, if you're anything like me, you probably have a story, which I do. So I was reminded recently that when my mother was born in Rome, and she's been all over the world, and she speaks 5 languages fluently, and her dad was a foreign ambassador, and he speaks 7 languages fluently, and they're
Slackers, I get you.
Much smarter than I am. Nevertheless, at some point, my mom and her mom, which is my grandmother in case you're not good with math, came to America. Now, you may not understand this, but we have a lot of options in America, okay? So they walked into a grocery store, they told me the story, they walked into a grocery store and there were so many choices that they became overwhelmed and almost started crying. Like, we don't know which one to get, we don't want to get the wrong one, right? Like, which laundry soap do you want? We have 38 choices in all the colors of the rainbow. And you're like, I don't know which one to get, right? Which is amusing to us. But there may be a different situation where it's less amusing. All right, let me give you, we're gonna paint a picture here with our minds, okay? And in this picture, there is one way to salvation, okay? But if you knew that and you were the enemy, you would try to clutter it up and make a whole bunch of other choices that were all wrong, but it sounded right enough. Like, there's a little truth in every lie.
Right.
It sounds good, but it's not the actual answer. This looks like it has the same kind of a thing, but it doesn't. And you would have a bunch of decoys. Like, hey, it's very important that you shoot this one duck. Your life depends on it. Your eternity, your soul depends on shooting this one duck. By the way, we've placed out 10,000 decoys. They all look very similar to the duck you're supposed to shoot. You'd be like, I give up, they all look like decoys. And somebody's going, this is the duck. See the one that's actually flapping its wings and stuff? See the one that's still alive? And yes, I'm making reference to the fact that Jesus rose again and is alive.
Very nice.
Whereas everybody else, maybe not so much. Not maybe. Not so much.
Not so much.
So this will be offensive to some of you because you want to continue to believe a lie, but I am telling you the truth, and I hope that helps. We are now done with this job, and we're moving on to another job.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, because all the cleanup after this, I have a special saying that I don't say very often on this show, but that looks like a job for somebody else.